everybody? It's that time again. It's time to get a little sexy with the slappy, if you know what I mean. Hey, Chris, how you doing? You made it through an intro without busting up.
Yeah, I got to be honest. I was like just half paying attention, and I was just trying to organize everything. Like what do I want to come with first, or whatever. And yeah, see, there's my SlabHub entry. What do I want to come with first?
Nice. Coming in hard. Just hope you don't leave soft. Wait. Oh. So we had an exciting show, Chris. Part 4 in our series of Rob. Your slabs are really nice, but let me show you how it's really done. We assumed that since today's Batman Day, you're going to be showing us like the first 50 issues of Detective Comics or something. No, you only started at 27. Got it. Okay, yeah. Fair enough. James, how you doing? Welcome to the show. Navs is here. Our buddy Chop and Drop. Let's see. Crucius, of course, is here. A staple. He's like our hood ornament. He leads out in front as we're coming down the street.
Good dude.
Nosfest, how you doing? Beth here. Thank you for joining us today. So yeah, we've had some fun here. Slab Hub today is a momentous Slab Hub, as it does mark the. We've gone through my slabs, and this now marks the end. Chris's last show showing off his slabs. Next week we'll have a new guest on to show us their slabs. I'll tell you more about that later on, and how if you'd like to be a future guest on Slab Hub to show off some of your slabs, whether you want to show off your whole collection or just a subset, you can reach out via Instagram. Information down below. Also, while you're there, Chris's information's there. You give him a follow on Instagram and on YouTube. What the hell, while you're at it, because he's just that damn special. I mean, look at that mug. If that's not a special needs child, if that's not a special child, I don't know what is. So last week, last week, you decided to top off the previous week you had shown, or 2 weeks ago, you'd shown us nothing but sketch covers.
Right.
Muy caliente. Which, by the way, since you speak Canadian, that's very hot. Okay. I don't know French translation. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
I know you guys are English French. We're English Spanish down here.
Right.
Sometimes I think when I walk into a Lowe's, it's like being in Canada, because everything's in 2 languages everywhere. Anyways, sorry. Not that that's a bad thing. So anyways, you brought in nothing but fire with these sketch covers. And we thought that we had seen the best that you had to bring. And then last week you did some flexing of the nth degree with that sub 50 ASM run. Nothing but. So how are you choosing to flex on us today there, big buddy?
So the last couple of weeks have been a lot. Well, the first week was just a myriad of things and a lot of keys and books.
Yes, you were just that warming I find up.
Special.
Before you go in and do the heavy lifting in the gym, you got to start to warm up first. You don't pull a hammy or something,
and
right?
Then, so week 2, like you said, sketch covers. Yeah. Last week was Spider-Man.
The big.
This week we're just like, I'm kind of feeling like we're just cooling it down. Nice mug.
The cool down.
We're just kind of cooling it down. Now in this collection, I'm going to show it today. There's probably 18 or 20 books here. Amongst this collection, there's going to be some stuff that I've won, some stuff that were gifts, some particular, my most favorite cover in the last 20 years that's been produced. Nav, we call this foreplay. This is just going to be everything across the board. This is going to be everything across the board. This was a lot of the books that I started in my infancy of getting stuff signed. So I really didn't know what I was doing. And I thought, as long as it had four nice corners or something, it would come back at 9.8. Well, I learned a lot, especially
So
when it came to getting stuff signed in person, and the whole cracking and getting it signed. It blew up in my face, and we'll talk about that. And again, there's a lot of infancy stuff that's
blew up
here,
your
stuff
face.
that I
Did
was
it?
just kind of like, I can never move. I'll never be able to move it. It
James
really
got
has
it.
no value.
It blew
Yeah.
up in your face. Yeah.
Only
So
here on
this.
SlabHub.
So what you're saying is that this is the cuddling
Right
show.
now, there
Right,
there
bro?
there are some fire books here. I'll be honest.
Post coital amenities.
Right, and there's also
Chris
some
is tired of my little
ASMs.
shit. He's
I'm,
like,
I'm
"Oh,
just
you're
that's
beating this dead horse, man. Come on, just
yeah.
move on."
There are some ASMs here that are higher than 50, so
Oh,
they've
so
trickled their way into
51,
this. Yeah,
52,
so
53.
51 to 250. It'll all be here, but no. Let's start with Rob. I'm sure you can remember late last year.
Well, hold on
Our bro.
before you pull it out.
Yep.
I do want before you whip it out and show everyone the goods, so to speak. Want to remind everybody that we will be, of course, doing breaking partway through. You'll let me know, Chris. We'll be doing our our mystery pools giveaways. Also, want to
Yep.
remind you simply that Slab Hub will continue. Like I said, special guests some guests going forward, lined up a couple. But also during this time, if you have questions about grading or having books graded or anything else, please feel free, or a specific book that's shown, feel free to go ahead and pop that question in there, and we will do our best to answer it. I did something really interesting yesterday. I did a calculation, and this is just to kind of put things into perspective, give you something to chew on. If you sent in a book today to CGC, a modern book, and wanted them to do the clean and pressing for you, so you were going to use their CCS services, by the time if they stuck to their quoted lead times that they have right now, when you factor in the 8 to 9 weeks it's taking to receive a product um, into their system to start the clock, officially your books would be estimated to come back in January 2023.
Oh my god.
That's
You get to
using
celebrate Christmas twice. You get to celebrate New Year's twice. You get
January 2023, January 2023 is your estimate right now. If you send a book off today, to have it cleaned, pressed, and graded without any fast tracking, and assuming they stuck to that, and assuming because they say it's working days is what they quote, assuming a 5-day working week, and that they stick to that. I mean, I do. And is that too far? Does it seem ludicrous? It absolutely does. Does it seem off? Probably not, because you know what? I have a set of books there right now. It's on day 176. It had no CCS at all. It was simply a grade only. 176 days, and I'm still waiting on them. So, anyways, slabbing is not an instant gratification, is what we're saying, unless you want to spend a lot of money. But anyways, we're here to ask questions. Yeah, exactly. When I did the calculation, I had to do the calculations 4 times to validate that I wasn't doing something wrong. But yeah, assuming once you factor in that 2 months to receive, it's now currently January 2023. Okay. So let's I have a big question. Here it is. About grading. I've never done it and I want to, but I'm a bit overwhelmed by it. So tips, tricks would be wonderful. I feel like it might be a separate video. Yeah, to some degree it is. Chris, do you want to say something?
Go do it at a con.
Do it at a con will be quick.
Do it at a con.
The big thing is to really kind of understand what is it you want from the grading, right? What book do you want to? Is it because it's a value and you want it to display? Is it something you're just trying to preserve everything? You want to get a bunch of 9/8, whatever. Be careful on your books. I recommend actually, if you're not going to a con, the first time I did my books, I went to my local LCS. Most of your LCSs, or a lot of LCSs out there, will facilitate the process for you. And it can be a little bit overwhelming at first if you don't have a good friend who's going to partner with you to guide you through the submission process. But the LCS can oftentimes, at least in my case, they took the time to look at the books with me, and review them and say, okay, hey, here's what I think this is going to come back at. Here's whether I think you should spend the money to get this book pressed or not, and helped me to guide me on that. And that submission came back with a bunch of I think almost all 9/8, with the exception of my Batman Beyond book, which they said wasn't going to come back a 9/8, and that was fine, and it was a nice experience because I got to ease into it. Now, it wasn't a nice experience in that it was 6 months to get my books back, but I kind of knew that was going to be the case. So yeah, partner up with that, or definitely take some time, and I'm more than happy to sit down and talk with somebody and have a video call or something one-on-one and kind of help go through some of the stuff if you want. But the process can be overwhelming, and the main thing is to just really kind of keep an eye. It adds up, so you want to know what it is that you want to get slabbed. So, tying right into Chris, you were saying that this was some of your early things when you were learning the process, where we all do make those missteps at certain times, and we learn a lot. So that's a perfect segue, I think, here into. Take it away, sir. Let me move you into the driver's seat and embiggen you.
All right. Yeah, I wish I had someone that was co-piloting me for the first basically 18 months that I was submitting books through an LCS that I was dealing with, because half the books I'm about to show everyone I wouldn't have gotten done. I was just with my autograph background and being someone that's on the other side of the autograph table and helps facilitate autographs and mail in autographs and host autograph signings and all that kind of thing. Once I realized that you can get comic books signed, get them slabbed, and with a yellow label, it represents that they're real autographs, I was all over that. And I wish I had someone piloting me and picking out what books in particular to get done and what to look for. Because like I said, I thought just 4 sharp corners was important. Staples in the right spot, sure. I never really thought to look for color breaking ticks or foxing or any kind of that stuff. I had no idea what it was, but through time you learn. But unfortunately, spent a lot of money learning the hard way.
Running your finger down the spine.
You got it. And but anyways, there's a brother that Rob and I share, and he's based in Oregon, and his name is Jason. Slotted Up 503 is his YouTube channel. And late last year, he decided to roll the dice on his first set of mystery boxes. Rob, I'm not sure if you jumped in on when he did.
I think I missed out on it somehow.
Yeah. I hopped in and I got one from him and his family, and I remember poking fun at him at the time because he decided to set up all his mystery boxes with cartoon stickers, and I ended up picking Captain America because lo and behold, Jason didn't put a Spider-Man sticker on anybody on any one of those boxes. So it worked out in the end, and I'll show you why. But in that mystery box, I ended up with 3 slabs. Two were not 9.8. One was a 9.8, and I'll save that one for last. But the first book that I'm going to show everyone is a 9.0 White Pages from 1991. So, my God, 1991 was 30 years ago. But anyways, this is Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure in a 9.0.
Station. It's actually Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey, but that's okay.
Yeah, I know. But yeah. So
who's paying attention?
Who's paying attention? I may give this away randomly on one of my videos.
I love that. That is so awesome.
But
my wife and I were so huge Bill and Ted's fans as kids back then. I mean, I remember even getting the Bill and Ted's breakfast cereal, and which was basically Lucky Charms, had marshmallow telephone booths and stuff, guitars and stuff in it. Crazy.
But yeah, it's I didn't even know that it existed. I remember when the new Bill and Ted movie came out last year, there was a little bit of heat around this book or whatever, and I was just I totally missed out on trying to flip it or whatever. But yeah, I pulled this out of a Slotted Up 503 mystery box. Like I said, I'm probably going to end up giving this away maybe at my 500 subscriber giveaway. I'm going to be giving away a crap ton of stuff then. the signed book that I pull out, the signed book that I pulled out of Jason's mystery box is a 9.6 signed by Mirka and Dolfo. It's Horror Comics #1 from Antarctic Press in a 9.6. So I'll show everyone here. I did not know that that this line of books existed until I pulled it out of the mystery box. But yeah, the autograph is there in the.
No, I was looking. Is that a
glass.
giant spine tick in the middle, or is that part of the artwork on the?
That's it kind of gives it that throwback
Okay,
feel.
it's part of the artwork.
You got it. It's got that little bit of that 60s roughed up look to it. Like there's looks like a big long scratch going through the word horror.
That's fine. I was like, oh wait a second, that is like the worst 9.6 ever. How did they grade that a 9.6?
Right, but yeah, on the back cover, it's all very clean and bright and everything. But yeah, the book came out in 2019. Yeah. All right, and the final book that I pulled out of the mystery box, which was the big hit for me.
There were 3 slabs in the mystery box.
Yeah,
Oh,
he outdid himself. Yeah. This is a Midtown exclusive sketch cover by one of our favorite artists, J. Scott Campbell. It's the Amazing Spider-Man 1.1 and a 9.8. Now, this one is staying in the PC because it is fire.
Gwen down in there.
Yeah. When I have the time, I'm going to try and look for this cover in a 9.8, but colorized, just to have them, together.
Yeah, right.
But yeah, I like it. It's kind of got like a little bit of a Sinister Six feel to it in the background with Chameleon, Doc Ock, Sandman. But yeah. All right, here's a gift. This is a book that, as a teenager, I was very excited to try and find in 1987. Never found it. Never read it.
I can see why you would be a little bit intrigued by that book.
Yes. It's a 9.6 CBCS, Spider-Man versus Wolverine. And I don't know why they would decide to battle in a graveyard or whatever. And, Wolverine missing and, not being a very nice guy by damaging some tombstones or headstones. But yeah, this book presents itself as the death of Ned Leeds, the original Hobgoblin, and the story continues in ASM 289.
Maybe
and it was just a one shot. Yeah, it's just a one shot for those that have never seen this book before. And yeah, I don't know if you can remember the movie Alien Legion, but yeah, there's an ad for Alien Legion on the back.
Sometimes the back ad is the most impressive.
Yep. All right.
I especially like the ones that don't age well.
This is a 9.6 that was thrown in to a private purchase that I did a little while ago. I made a video for it. But this is Batgirl issue 27, the B cover, done by Joshua Middleton, a fantastic artist whose stuff I haven't been seeing that much lately.
No.
But yeah.
But you and I both share a love of his B covers on this Batgirl run.
Just some of the best B covers outside of, like, say, Lee Bermejo's current run on Detective Comics.
I hope he does some of the books for the upcoming Batgirl's title.
Yeah.
Because I would love to see him do Stephanie and Cassandra.
Yeah. Like I said, Rob, I haven't seen much of his stuff lately, though.
No, I haven't either. Since the Batgirl run is, I haven't been paying attention, but I haven't seen anything. So that's what I'm saying. I'm hoping that he gets tapped again to do some more B covers on that, because that run's starting up here pretty quick, and I would love to see him continue that style with some of those.
I agree. All right, here's another gift, and the first virgin today on SlabHub. This is brought to us by Peach. It's the Amazing Spider-Man 46, somewhat of a controversial issue. Rob, I'm going to let you provide commentary on why it's somewhat controversial, but this is a 9.8 white pages from last year.
I'm not remembering why this one was controversial, other than if you're talking about the art cover itself,
Right.
about the
Yes.
web coming out of his bum. Right.
But yeah, this is a Comic Mint exclusive.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I
this is
never.
Peach doing
Yeah.
Spider-Man with
The
his webbing coming
spider,
out of his bum.
but hey, if you want to be technical, I mean, spiders come down, their spinnerets in their backside, Granted, Peter Parker never had spinnerets really, but
Yeah.
you know,
But I'll be honest, I really enjoy this cover. Like
I mean, yeah, it's not. I
I
mean, really, it's
really,
not. It's
really
coming out of
like
his
it.
arm that's tucked underneath. But
Right. Oh
it,
yeah, like for sure. Like all joking aside, like we totally see where
yeah,
what she
web
was
out his
doing here.
butt. Isn't that how
But yeah,
spiders work? Yeah. No, I mean, it was just a weird. It was a cover that got a lot of flack
yeah,
from people because of that for some reason. But it
right.
sold out. The Virgin sold out really quick because I think my copy is the trade dress. I don't know that I was able to get the Virgin, and usually I'm all up on top of that pretty quick. But especially at that time, I was really into Peach. Um, Not that I'm not into Peach now, but
So here's a book where I spoke about a little while ago that I clearly had no idea what I was doing. I went when The Walking Dead was as popular as what it was. I picked up issue number 33 of The
what's The
Walking Dead.
Walking Dead? Never heard of it.
Right. And like, man, that thing was a monster, right? For such a long time.
I somehow, I managed to avoid it all. It didn't appeal to me, but damn, if it wasn't pervasive like COVID, I don't know what else to use other than that nowadays. It's just everywhere.
Well, it was its own living entity. Like it helped bring a lot of people back to comic books, in my opinion. But issue 33 is the revenge issue of Michonne, where Michonne strikes back at the governor. And I got this book for dirt cheap, and I thought, oh my God, it's going to be a very important book in The Walking Dead. I need to get it slabbed, get it graded, come back at 9.8. I'm going to make a lot of money off of it. Well, it didn't come back at 9.8. And I look at it now, and the educated me would say, Chris, why in the world would you submit a black cover? Because black covers generally don't come back in 9.8, especially when the back is black as well.
Oh, yeah, those can
Yeah,
be rough.
but this is a 9.6, still a pretty good book. The Walking Dead, one of the biggest franchises of the last 20 years. The Michonne issue, where she strikes back at the governor and really, really messes him up. And yeah, I'm sure there's some
Yeah.
Walking Dead fans
No,
out there still.
that is definitely one of those things. Those covers like that are really tough, and you really got to look at them before you submit
Yeah,
them, and really with a fine tooth comb. I mean, I think I told you the other day I picked up like I think it's Batman Volume 2, Issue 21, the first appearance of Duke Thomas. I picked a copy up in a 9.8 because for the sole purpose I want to actually get it double signed at the Snyder Capullo signing.
yeah,
And I had a copy, but my copy is raw and I wasn't sure the condition. And rather than to go dig it out, I just said, if I can get a copy cheap, I will. And I managed to get a copy for like $40 and got it here, but it was a CBCS and and the signings at CGC. So it means I had to crack it out first. And I have never cracked out a CBCS slab before. I've cracked out many a PGX slabs. Super easy, lots of room in the vacuum seal to get that out. Not as much room, it's a much tighter configuration on the CBCS slab. And I got it out, but in the process of pulling the book out, I got it rubbed the freaking color, and all of a sudden that was it. It was like this book is now going to stay a raw book. I just ruined a 9.8. I can't send it off for the signing. Thank God when I went to go put it back in my file and I pulled my raw copy and looked at my raw copy is a true 9.8 candidate. So thank God there. So that got sent off. But damn, yeah. I mean, it just doesn't take much of anything on those to get it go. I mean, I even have that. I think it's the Batman 25 or something. It's the all black embossed cover. I have
yep.
that in a 9.8. It's a miracle.
Yeah, I think we've all been there. All right. So speaking of dual sign books,
Ooh,
I
love
had
them.
this. Yeah, I had this fantasy.
Racing action.
I had this fantasy that two excellent Canadian artists who were doing a weekend con, if I could manage to find a book that they both worked on, wouldn't that be cool to get them signed? Well, one of them is Marcus Toe, and Marcus is the one that drew this cover for me in 9/8. Him and Francis Manipul worked on Flash number 15 from the new 52. Absolutely nothing special about this book other than the fact that a pair of Canadians worked on it along with a bunch of other fantastic creators. But I thought it would be great to get this book back in the 9/8. So I went to my LCS and I was long box diving and I found one, actually a pair of books I can remember, and one I thought was in spectacular shape. Well, this is the book. And I will show everyone here. Marcus Toes signed it in gold here, and then Francis Manipul signed it above in gold as well.
Nice.
And I thought it was a great 9.8 book. Nothing wrong with it. Lesson learned. When you long box dive trying to get something signed, you need to get it pressed.
Yeah.
Because that's all this book is missing. It's got great corners. There's no color breaking spine text. There's no rolling. It just needed a press because it's you
could resubmit it.
It was sitting in a long box since 2014.
The problem is
since 2013.
Mm-hmm. The biggest problem with that is that you'd have to resubmit it and maintain it. You'd have to resubmit it in its slab to CGC to have it pressed and then regraded as a signature series. And that means it's
January 2023.
Exactly. Unless you expedite it.
Maybe.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So
I'm still really happy about this. Anytime you get a dual sign book, it's pretty damn cool. Let's be honest, right? The thing is, Marcus Toe and Francis Manipul basically does variant covers now. They're both real cool guys, and when it comes to sketches and stuff, they're both really affordable. And I just decided to roll the dice on this book, and
it's still good. I mean,
I thought it was a 9.8, but
you know that you could potentially get
a bump on it down the road if you differently.
Want. Yeah, you can get a bump down the line if you want, but I mean, for your PC, sometimes it doesn't matter.
All right.
Let me know when we get about halfway through there, and we'll do our first.
All right, let's do one more book, and then we'll do a giveaway, and we'll do, a household name creator.
Ooh.
All right. The new 52 was relaunched back in 2011, and I decided to pick up issue number 1 of Superman. And back in
Superman, is he any kind of a big character? Never heard of him much.
Yeah, I don't know. The artist's name is more popular than the character.
Fair enough.
But no, I can't say that. But no, all joking aside, George Perez showed up in 2013 to Ontario, and I thought, great, I can get my Superman number 1 signed by him. Again, I wasn't educated. I had so many great Perez books. This was the only one that came to mind, and I showed up with 1 book. And I could have gone with 1,000,001 different spec books, but I thought it'll come back at 9.8. It's still brand new because it was 2013 when I got it signed. And the book was in 2011. Again, be very careful about what you get signed.
Probably his only Superman one he signed that day.
Yeah. But here you can see, the master signing here. But sadly, it came back in the 9.6, which is still pretty good for, it's George Perez. It's George Perez, let's be honest.
And a signed book.
It's a highlight of my collection. Not because of its grade, but because of the fact it's
I mean, if I was putting a wall together, I'd have that up there over that ASM 1 any day.
Oh, come on.
I mean, it's Superman. Come on, right?
But yeah, again,
Tyler, welcome.
I'm very happy with it.
Thank you very much.
But again, you really want that 9.8 when it's modern stuff.
Oh,
but anyways,
yeah. I mean, it's when it's anything modern. Yeah, it's a massive shift. I mean, but hey, if you hold on to it for another 80, 90 years, you'll be good.
Let's
Oh yeah, let's take a moment here to give
Let's do
some.
your thing.
Let's give away a pull, a little tug job, so to speak, right? And tug some books out of the box. So let me go ahead and bring in the magic window. Let's see, share screen. I know how to do this. It's only week 20 or week 19. I should know how to do this by now. Here we go. Yes. So because this is we've had the slow build up and then we got all the way through. Last week was the orgasm, and this is our time. This is cuddle time. So hashtag cuddle time, and that's you're going to be the phrase that pays, so to speak. Go ahead and throw that up in the chat here, and we'll do ourselves our poll. I did add some new books here. The highlight of what was added, just to kind of let you know, there is some good stuff. There is a just added a Noctera #1 glow in the dark variant.
Oh, I may want to put myself into this.
just a saying. So I'm looking through to try to make sure it does have a mix of a variety of books that are in there. So look at that. I see the cuddle times come flying in. Just gonna really kind of make your guys' internet browser history look kind of bizarre. No.
I see some people have joined us.
All right, yeah.
Tyler's joined us. Nick has joined us. Very good.
That's right. We appreciate everybody. All right, I'm going to go ahead and give it another 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and we're done. All right, let's go ahead and collect our comments. We have 11 here, and we draw. The winner of today's chicken dinner. J.A. New winner. Congratulations, J.A. We're going to do a 5-book pool here for you and see what you get, then what you'll have to do. Because I don't believe I have your information from anything, you'll have to reach out to me through Instagram to give me your shipping information. Yeah, I'm not sure how to spell J.A. I think it's KZ tilde 32 12.
Are we sure it's not James A. Willie?
Right. So, all right. So, my good friend, how should we start today?
All right. All right. Well, that was a 9.6 Superman. Why don't we do 9 from the front, 6 from the back, on the 9th and the 6th?
6, 7, 8, 9. All right. Number 9 book.
Rob, blow yourself up there. Blow yourself up, Rob.
Indeed, I should. I shall. Let me move myself there. Make myself big. All right. King in Black, number 1.
Great.
This is the regular version, but this book yes, where is it? You can't see it because very well it's black, but right, maybe I get it closer. Maybe you can see it right across Venom's chest or his crotch. That DC Donnie Cates signed 197 out of 240 as certified by Dynamic Forces. Congratulations. Signed book right out of the box.
Sounds like J.A. owes me a beer.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Books number 6.
Number 6.
The Punisher, number 7 here.
That's a great cover.
Yeah, very nice. All right.
What's the issue number on that one, Rob?
That was number 7.
All right, let's go 7 from the front. Carry on Frank Castle's
4, 5, 6,
big time book
and
there.
7. Number 7, we have Redneck, number 22.
All right. How many are we giving away today
5
for this
books.
round? All right, let's do a little front to back.
All right.
And now.
Ooh, first book off the lot here. Batman here on Batman Today, Detective Comics Officer Down. All right, last book.
Nick just said that's some Tim Bradstreet Punisher goodness. He is correct.
Okay.
And now,
how about John Constantine Hellraiser? Congratulations. on your
Wow.
5-book pool there, sir. Go ahead and
Wow.
again, like I said, reach out to me on the old IG, and we will get those out to you. Lickety split here. Let me make a note, label those so I know who they belong to. Those are J.A. I'm just going to spell it J and A for right now because the full way to spell it out is kind of tough. But there we go. Perfect. I heard a bing. All right, let's get back to Chris and more Slab Hub. And don't worry, guys, there will be another 5-book pool here coming up later on in the show. And JA, you're still eligible to win the second pool because it's completely random. That's the great thing. All right, let's do it, Chris. Take us away.
Let's do it. At the top of the program today, I said I'm going to show my absolute favorite cover of the last 20 years. We spoke about this artist a few moments ago. I thought I was going to end up spending a lot of money to find this cover. I found one through a private sale in Ontario. To close the deal, the guy threw in the Batman Joshua Middleton cover I showed a little while ago. This is my absolute favorite cover of the last 20 years, and it's only a 3-year-old book.
Really?
From 2018, the B cover of Batgirl 28. This is Joshua Middleton's masterpiece. Beautiful in its simplicity.
I don't know if
it's beautiful in its simplicity
3 years,
and then extraordinary in its detail.
Yeah. Needs a signature.
Like I said, to each their own. Some people may say, "Oh, that's nice," or flex some other cover that they think is spectacular. And God bless them. But for me, this is my absolute favorite cover.
It's definitely definitely up there. I think it needs a signature. That's all.
And but yeah, there's 4 creators that could sign this, and yeah. I'll be honest. I like to have this one like this, and then a yellow label with just Josh on it. So why not have 2?
I mean, there is room on there for a nice Middleton remark.
Yes. Yeah.
The bat symbol or something up there.
All I'm hearing right now is money, money, money. As you continue to speak. But yes,
it's only money.
But yeah, it's a 9.8, and yeah. I think when I really got back into comics, reading comics hardcore, this book was I'm out by
Nick mentioned all that white space for a remark.
This book was already out for a few months, and when I realized that it existed, I went long box diving trying to find it, nowhere. And then when I went on eBay looking for a 9.8, I realized that this was the favorite cover of a lot of other people as well, and the price reflected it. But I finally got one, and I'm very happy to have it. All right. Back into, I needed more education when I was getting book slabbed in my infancy. So back in 2015, Mike McCone, a British, is he British or Wales? Anyway, from the UK. He's an artist from the UK that was spending some time in Canada for whatever reason, and I decided that I was going to get the Justice League United, which was basically Justice League Canada, issue number 1, the lenticular cover signed by Mike McCone, and if it came back in a good grade, I was going to get it cracked when Jeff Lemire, who's another Canadian that is the writer, whenever he made an appearance, I'd get him to sign it. Well, sadly, it didn't come back in 9.8 like I wanted. Most lenticular covers do come back in the high grade, but this came back in the 9.6. This is a Mike McCone signed Justice League United issue number 1, and his signature is actually just right here.
Yeah.
Sorry about the light glare, everybody. The cool thing on the back is one of my favorite shows of all time is
nice.
American Dad. But yeah, this is
Canadian Dad.
What's it? Yeah. Justice League United, Future's End, issue number 1.
And of course, there's no grader's note, so no idea why it's 9.6.
No, just looking at it. Maybe the cut was a little short, but again, that wouldn't affect the grade, correct?
Well, so it can, but
okay.
But again, a 9.8 is not a perfect book. A 9.8, by their definition, a 9.8 book exhibits minor production and handling issues, right? So you're allowed to that's why you're allowed to have some of the Marvel especially notorious for it lately on their double thick books where you have splits at the top and the bottom in the binding. Those bindery flaws are considered manufacturing defects, and depending upon how significant they are, a book can still get a 9.8 accordingly. Same thing with that, a miscut and fold and stuff like that. If it's minor to an extent, then or prevalent throughout the production run, then it can still get it. But I don't know.
Okay. Well, here's what it is. In 2013, I had the opportunity to meet Ken Lashley, a man who I consider a friend of mine now, for the very first time at a signing. I only had one Ken Lashley book at the time, and I was going through my own stuff trying to see if I had any stuff because I didn't want to miss out on an autograph signing. And what I found was from the New 52, Blackhawks #1.
Ooh.
And again, I thought it was
52. Sorry, I got all excited for a second. Blackhawks #1.
Yeah.
New 52.
New 52. I thought the book looked fantastic, and I still think it looks great. But you go to the spine, you look at the spine, and to me, it looks like there's just one little bend. Is it enough to come back a 9.6? Apparently so. So this is Blackhawks #1 from 2011, the 9.6, signed by my friend Ken Lashley. There's a signature there. And yeah. So I know that this book was not well received.
Yeah, it was really kind of weird because it's like I don't remember. Granted, I mean, New 52 is where I jumped back in to comics, and but it was Batman centric. Imagine that. I wasn't even aware that Blackhawks got a relaunch until just recently when I was looking at something. I realized looking at some of the older books and seeing newer books come up when you're just doing searches and going, oh, damn, I didn't realize that. So, hey, what do you know?
So yeah, I'll probably give this book away eventually. But yeah, it's
welcome to joining us there, Sapphire Glade. Happy to have you. And Joe, thanks for coming in. And for these guys are joining us here, we appreciate you.
Yeah, again, just way more Lashley stuff I should have got done or whatever. But again, in my infancy of just getting books signed and thinking everything I need to get signed, everything I get signed needs to be graded. This is that result of that thinking, because in no way, shape, or form should I have ever spent the money to get Blackhawks #1, even though it was signed by Ken Lashley, submitted to CGC. That was just a big waste of money. But
you'd be lucky to get 35, $40 for it, probably. Yeah, you could probably get $40 for it.
Yeah, but who want? Yeah, maybe it was on an X-Men title, one of his mutant books, or some sort of Black Panther book that he had done. But yeah, no one's actively seeking New 52 Blackhawks #1. But speaking of waste of money, I picked up X-Force #2 in the 9.8, the second appearance of that Canadian Deadpool. Let's see what I did there. And back in 1991, this book came out, and I picked this up off eBay for a real good price. I think I spent like $55 on it, US. And I was happy to have the second appearance of Deadpool, and then Liefeld was going to make an appearance in Ontario. So I thought, what a great thing to get! What a great book to get signed. I don't have a New Mutants '98, so might as well go and get Deadpool 2, amongst other things. And it was a 9.8, so I decided to crack it, and I cracked it, and I did a real good job. And I went to an LCS that I trust that was going to be facilitating that signing. And so Liefeld signed it for me, as you can see right here. And the book was a 9.8.
Wow. Did you get were there graders notes on this one?
No. I was
fucking CG, pardon my language on my own channel, but damn it, CGC. I mean,
yeah, again, it is a black cover, right? Like if you look
Let's.
closely, it's black. It's black in all the important spots. And I swear to God, this book was a 9.8.
I mean,
And
I've had. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
when the book arrived, I actually looked at it because I was a little bit more educated than what I was in my infancy. And I thought, oh my God, like I can crack this book and it will still be a 9.8. Like it's, be careful with it, take it apart properly, put it in protection. Visit my LCS that's going to be facilitating there on site, get Rob to sign it and give it to them, put it in decent protection, ship it back. Not gonna have a Liefeld 9.8. Second appearance of Deadpool. Not today, folks. Not
I mean,
today.
I've cracked books, and I mean, I will say that overwhelmingly, I get back what it was. But I've had a book go up, and I've had a book go down. Actually, I think I've had two books go down after signing, but never more than one grade point, from a 9.8 to a 9.2. That's crazy. I'd really be curious to know what was done, whether it's beat up or whether it is just fingerprints and other stuff on it there. I mean, because you can get it cleaned. It won't. You take the signature off, and it'll go back to a 9.8.
Yes.
Maybe you could crack it out and have them remark some feet.
Yeah.
Rob's known for being rough on books. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, when you just out of curiosity, because this can be an education point as well on this. When you sent it in for the signing and you had it, you window bagged it.
I was there.
You took it in for the signing because you had cracked it yourself, correct?
Cracked it myself, yeah.
And you window bagged it.
Yep, the whole 9 yards. Like this is after me even doing my ASN 1, so like I knew what I was doing.
How many boards did you put in?
May have been 3, may have been 4.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
And this is something just for you guys. If you're sending if you haven't ever sent a book in for a signing yet, when you do make a window bag to send in, and there's lots of videos out there on how to do window bags, and don't buy the stupid cutout ones. It's a waste of money. You get a trillion old that Spider-Man bags laying around you can window bag cut, but definitely you want to have 3 to 4 backing boards thrown in there to make that thing as rigid as possible. So when they're passing these things around, that book doesn't takes as little damage as possible. The other hint that I like to do is, especially if you're sending it in for a facilitator, is also have a Silver Age bag. After you've window bagged it, drop that modern size bagged and boarded book inside of a Silver Age bag and enclose it with just a small piece of blue tape. That way it's protected during shipping. All right, Chris, that sucked. I feel bad for you. Fortunately, even if in a 9.8, that book's probably worth like $2. Nobody cares.
I think it would be somewhere like 150 to 200. Okay. All joking aside, Liefeld, X-Force 2, second appearance of Deadpool. But yeah. Back in 2015, Jeff Lemire launched Descender on Image Comics, and he did a signing, and I went to the signing, and like I said, he gave me a free sketch, for that, and then I got a couple books signed, and I ended up getting Descender #1, the normal cover, and his own variant cover signed. The normal cover, again, all black. For those of you that are not educated with CGC, be very careful with black comic books. Very careful. This one came back in the 9.6. I do really like this cover. Jeff Lemire signed it right there, as you can see in gold. I remember that this book got optioned right away as soon as it was released on Image back in those days where everything Image was releasing was being optioned. I think there was a sequel done after this series was completed called Ascender. But this is Descender in the 9.6, signed by Jeff Lemire. And it's a good story for those that haven't read it. You should probably check it out. And his own variant cover, again, be careful with black covers, everybody.
I sense a theme here.
Like I said, today was going to be my also ran slabs.
Yeah, I dislike these types of covers sometimes, where I almost wonder. Sometimes I wonder if the way that they put all these little white speckles and everything else, they start to confuse that stuff for problems with the book. They're all, oh,
Yeah,
it's also all black. Look at all those white spots. Oh no, some of them they're all supposed to be there. I swear. Um,
but yeah, again, I'm glad I didn't get a remark on this book because I'd be greatly disappointed.
uh oh.
So, like, we should probably ask the chat because one writer is very respected. His artwork is somewhat meh, whereas the other one's artwork is controversial, but is a great ambassador to our hobby. Which of the 9.2 are the 9.2 creators do you like better, Lemire or Liefeld? Yeah. Anyways,
Personally, I don't care for either one of those two books. That's just because I'm not an X person and
all right,
nothing
we're gonna
to do with,
finish.
nothing to do with
We're,
Liefeld.
we're gonna finish with the franchise. So I've got 6 books here. One I should have shown last week, but it slipped through my fingers.
Uh-huh.
And this is because low grade is better than no grade. This is, I think you would agree with me, outside of the top 10 from issue 11 to issue 50, this is the hardest cover to get in a decent grade because it is the blackest of black ASM covers, and it's issue 28, the Multiman cover. For those that are watching, you can probably picture it in your mind. This is a very low grade, and it could probably use some TLC, but it's written on with like black marker, ink,
Oh,
and it's spine tick to hell, and it's still a 2.0. This is my ASM 28.
wow, that is a rough spine.
Yeah,
Holy
so
cow.
I'm gonna come in this way for
You
everyone to
don't even
see.
need to. I mean, geez.
Again, this book had some major spec jump when the last Spider-Man movie, was it Far From Home?
Ooh, it's got some roll too there. That
Yeah.
staples. Yeah, that are a really weird misstaple.
So I know last week we talked about um, a lot of these books are just entry-level books for me. I will start to upgrade once I really knock off 1 to 50 and then start getting upgrades. This is one of those books. But again, low grade is better than no grade. And when you're just trying to fill 1 through 50, you'll take that low grade as long as it's at a very good price. And
Yeah.
issue 28 here, like I said, you can see some ink in the P in
Oh,
the
yeah.
I, and then someone took a marker over here to above the exclamation point Multiman. Yeah, this is one that I should have shown last week. So apologies for those that joined us last week. That I'm sorry that I missed showing this one. But again, low grade is better than no grade.
Yeah, I think I know I have
I know you have like a 6.0
for that. Well, mine's off to go get graded, but I think that
Yeah.
I'm expecting it to come back from a 5 and a 6. But I mean I have a couple like my 42, 39, 30, 38, 39, and 42 or something like that are all like, well, my 42, the first one I got back was a 4 or something, but the 38 and 39 I think it is, that were um the first, they were 2 5s. When they came back really rough, but I paid like $60 for the 2 books. I mean, I told the guy wanted to get rid of them, and I was just like, oh, I mean, they are what they are.
Well, this
But
came out in 1965. So yeah, it's basically a 56-year-old comic book now.
yeah, you got it right there. I'd be amazed if I found an ASM collection complete that was all in excellent condition, stored properly throughout. I mean, yeah, no, I mean everybody's got, so there's just challenges on all of them, and you know what? Most of my collection is low to mid grade. Yeah, if you're trying to put together an older run like this of these ASM books, especially on ASM, where you know what, it's such a popular one that the people who have the money will have bought up and run up the price on the high grade books, or even the high mid grades, right? The 7s and stuff are,
Yeah.
can get up there. So yeah, especially on these very early ones, it's you're gonna get what you get, you grab, and what you can afford, and allows you to do the stuff and makes you happy. And if the opportunity comes down the line to upgrade, great. But it's a question sometimes of what do you do, and how presentable does it still present and everything else. So
Okay.
they're pretty
So
high, but I spent all of 2020 wrapping it in Mylar bags and boards. Yeah.
in my adventures of working on 1 to 50, every so often, something between 51 and 100 will pop up in a decent mid. I'll usually get them in a mid grade at least.
Yeah.
If I can find it for say $100 or less. Rare, but it does happen. It does happen. And this is one of
More
those
rare
cases.
today than it
Yeah.
was 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Even.
Yeah, because I remember knocking this off within the last,
Yeah.
3 to 5 years. This is ASM 57, featuring Kazar on the cover.
Oh yes.
And this is a white pager. And yeah, so I think it's pretty good. I was a little, looking at it, like I thought maybe it would be a little bit better than the grade that I got it in. But the more I look at it, I kind of wonder like that this like saber-toothed cat here is jumping up like how high from the streets of New York. But again, this is a 6.5 white pager.
Solid, respectable.
Yeah. And yeah, when you're working on 1 to 100 and you can get a deal on something like this for $100, you pull the trigger. Like you don't think about it, you just do it and you move on.
Yeah.
And be thankful to get it. So a white pager,
anything,
6.5, 1968.
ASM sub 100, anything over 6.0, I'm happy.
Yeah.
Actually,
Yeah.
I'm pleased as punch.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. This will be one of those books that I purposely never really upgrade unless I can get like an 8.0 and trade this in
It
and
falls
just
in your
spend a
lap.
little bit of money on it. Yeah.
Yeah, you're buying a collection and it happens to be in there type of thing.
That's
Yeah.
right. Yeah. I won't be actively seeking out this book just because I'm happy with the book that I got.
Well, and it's not like a major key book either.
No, it's not.
So.
No, it's just a Khazar appearance. But issue 62, again, was one of those cases just looking on recent stuff added to eBay when it comes to Spider-Man that's graded from the 60s. And then I remember I spent $80 or $85 US on this book. Issue 62, somewhat of a famous cover. It features Medusa with her hair tangling up Spider-Man. I think one of the there's two reasons looking at this, other than the fact that there's two reasons why it's the grade that it is. Someone wrote JL in ballpoint ink, and in around the Z or Z, and the R of Spider-Man and Amazing, it kind of looks like it's had some color rub. But this is the famous cover.
I love that cover.
Yeah, this is a white pager.
This
and for eight. Yeah,
sorry. I say this cover and the Mountain Man Marco, whatever.
Mountain Man Marco. Yep.
Those two covers, like where they're standing over Spidey, it's just like I get with that white background, just always jump out at me as like
just great Romita work.
Freaking love them. Yes.
Yeah. This book, like I said, $85 a few years ago before the bubble, and a 5.5.
Yeah, solid.
It's a respectable book. Again,
looks great.
If you can get a decent price for something between 51 and 100, pull the trigger and don't look back. So yeah, that's this is the Spider-Man Medusa appearance from ASM 62. Like I said, right there you can see the initials JL, and then if you look at the Z and the R, there is a little bit of breaking in that purple. But again, this will be a book that I never crack. Yeah.
But while you transition, I want to bring this up. Sapphire brings us up about the 2014 ASM run because of Silk. Absolutely, while issue 4, the first full appearance of Cindy Moon, is definitely a book that has been climbing up there with the talk of a Silk series and everything else potentially. I've actually been amazed. There you are. Look at that, and I could roll out of the way, and there we go.
Yeah,
glared from my monitor, but the ASL that for that volume, what is that? Volume 3, the 2014 run. The issues 1 with the first cameo appearance. there's a whole slew of covers, and most of them are dirt cheap right now. That you can still pick up. And issues 2 and 3, also second and third cameo appearances. Those are also all very inexpensive books right now to pick up, raw or slabbed for that matter. So definitely a potential value there. All right. Yeah, that Medusa one sure is pretty. That's exactly right. All right.
So we got 3 more.
All right. Then
this is another cover that I see often in higher grade. That's very affordable when it comes to working on 51 to 100 of ASM. For those of you who are interested in it, mine could probably use a good cleaning and pressing. It's an off-white to white pages. It is from 1968, but again, dirt cheap. I think I spent $65 or $70 on eBay just looking at new listings and pulling the trigger on it, buying now. And so, yeah, this is that famous cover where Spider-Man's in jail. Escape impossible.
nice.
Like I said, I could definitely use a cleaning and a pressing. And yeah, 6.0.
Cool.
Like I said, I've seen there's nothing special about this book other than it's a Foggy Nelson cameo, and Jim Mooney did some interiors with John Romita. But I've seen this book often, like in an 8 or even higher, and it's still somewhat affordable. You know, once you start getting into the high 9s, then you're going to spend some money, obviously. But yeah, just an affordable entry level, just a knockoff 51 to 100. And yeah, just be a good book cover for people to start, homage. So 2 left. Rob, I'm going to let you pick blue or yellow.
Oh, I love yellow.
We're going to go yellow. This is a dual signed book from September 1974. And the reason why I say that is because also I am from September 1974. And that's the reason why I have this book. I wanted to get a good high grade copy of the Spider-Man book that was affiliated with the month and the birth, month and the year of my birth. And I decided to, like I said, I worked out a private deal. I got it in a good grade. And the book is the first appearance of Harry Osborn as the new Green Goblin. Because as some people may know, there was a Green Goblin storyline through the 70s, but it was Harry that was the Green Goblin. This book I got signed by Jerry Conway, and then the next year I got it signed by someone else. So this is the book of my birth, and it will never leave me. This is an 8.5 Amazing Spider-Man issue 136.
Another Stan Lee sign book. Look at you.
1936. I have this in a T-shirt as well, just because it's the Spider-Man from my birth. But up top, across the logo, we have Jerry Conway, and then down here between Peter and Harry, standing at each other, is Stan the Man. So this is probably my best dual sign book. Yeah, I really have no other words.
Depends on how you define best, but it's special.
Yes. It means the most to me.
There you go.
This has the most sentimental value, just because Jerry Conway was a cool dude, but then there's that guy. So
Stan Lee and the book being what you love, Spider-Man,
right?
Month and year you were born,
right? So yeah, for those that are watching still, that have joined us, yeah, that's something I just decided to do. My favorite character, why not go get the book from the month and the year that I was born? So that could be something for all of you to consider trying out. But yeah, if John Romita does do a signing, I will crack this book again, and I will get John Romita on it as well. I don't know of Ross Andrew or Frank Giacoa, or I'm not even going to pronounce his last name the right way, or Dave Hunt, if any of these men are still alive or not. I know, obviously, JR is still alive, but yeah, I'm...
Oh, is it Romita Jr.? Okay.
No, just Romita.
Senior, okay. Yeah, he's not doing a lot, but there was one... every once in a while I see something comes up across my radar, but it's usually private signings, not
Yeah,
so you have to go through the facilitator, usually not at any kind of event anymore.
but yeah.
Jimmy's giving your shirt some love there.
Well, thank you very much. Yeah. Remember, without this man, no modern music. But yeah, this is
Question
one
from
of
the
my personal highlights.
gallery: when did Stan sign that book?
Okay, so Jerry signed it in Niagara Falls in June 2015. Stan signed it a little while later, September 2016 in Toronto.
There you go.
Yeah, that may be the exact same time that I got this one signed as well. Yeah, so this was Stan Lee's final
How many
appearance in
times
Toronto.
can Chris show? He's not proud of this ASM.
The answer
book,
is
but
infinite.
it's like with me, that is like the ultimate flex almost. Unless you're going to bust out your AF-15, right? It's like,
yeah. Well, when I have
I
that, my channel will be streaming 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, with the
just
book just literally just sitting
on
there. And every so often, I'll just pop in like, I got it.
little bit of little special effects going off, like little fireworks all around it and stuff.
Every so often,
And you know what?
I'll
I'd
come in and
probably
just
sit there to
refresh
watch
it
it.
and just
I'd
I'll
just be
just move
watching
it
the
from
channel.
like
Yeah,
different light angles once a
exactly.
week.
You could get
So
Joe to get his laser thing with some beat music, so it's putting on a light show all around it. If you haven't watched Joe's from the Evil Lair, he finished his laser. Very cool. Go check it out after you're done watching us here, of course.
So the final book that I'm going to show everyone is a book that I've acquired in the last little while. I picked it up from my LCS, hammered out a real good deal, and just I'm not going to waste anyone's time. It's The Amazing Spider-Man issue 122, one of the most important books in the history of comic books because it is the death of Gwen Stacy. It has a very famous cover, and I picked it up in a 7.0.
Isn't that one of the Death of the Green Goblin?
So yeah, this is the death of the Green Goblin. Gwen's already dead.
121.
Right. Now let me grab my 121. No, okay, but
Now, Chris, in all honesty, I mean, other than the fact that it said, the big thing that jumped out is because I have two of them, right?
right.
Because this is the notorious book that I got that has the big stain on the back,
Right.
from that mystery box that then got redone. Yeah, stain free. Good for you. So yeah, no, so that's why it's fresh in my mind that what it is. But 7.0, bravo, sir. That's still a hot book.
Yeah. So yes, apologies everyone. Rob is absolutely 100% correct. Is the death of Green Goblin. I just because I happened to look at it quickly and my eyes focused on
Nav
poor Gwen
understands
there.
though. You see, Nav's got this right. Chris does live 122 because Gwen's already dead. Because as a true Mary Jane fan, it settles the score that Mary Jane is the one true Peter Parker love. We love that.
Right, and she was pregnant too, and it wasn't even Peter's baby. Let's be honest. Yeah. True story.
Straight up repping. Well, no, not if they finish the retcon, right?
But yeah, it's
we shall not speak his name.
But yeah, this is I'm pretty pleased with this. Like I said, I got it from my LCS recently. Like I believe it was in probably the last 8 months. I made a quick video of it. Speaking about the deal and everything. But yeah, it's always been on my radar. I always considered it a personal grail, and I didn't spend that much on it. And a 7.0 off white to white, I'll take it every day. And yeah. That's it. That's all. That's 4 weeks of
very good. Bravo, sir. Excellent. I am
4 weeks
impressed.
of slabs.
Yeah. So before everybody goes scurrying off, because we do have another giveaway to do here, let me just bring up again. So next week, Slab Hub continues. We have a special guest joining us next week to start show off some of his slabs. Mr. Kenny Caps of Caps on Comics will be here, and as you guys know, he has a wall that is magnifique, makes me jealous when I look at it. So we're excited to have Caps on Comics join us. I don't know if he's doing only 1 week appearance or if he's going to do 2. I got to check with him on that. And then in October, we have Nick's Kicks and Comics going to join us, show us off some slabs. So again, if you got some slabs and you'd like to be on, whether you just want to be on for multiple weeks, show off your whole collection, whether you want to be on just for 1 week and just show off your favorite, make sure you hit me up on IG. Let me know, and we can get you on the schedule. Happy to have you guys on. Let you come in and flex a little bit yourself and do some show and tell, just like kindergarten. All right. Speaking of that, Chris.
Yep.
It is time for us to do ourselves another giveaway.
All right.
So let me bring up our tool again. Here we go. And this time the hashtag is ChrisFlex. Hashtag ChrisFlex. Make sure you hit that.
CHRIS, not churs.
Yeah, that's right.
CHRIS. FLEX.
And we'll get that going there. Let's see what else we got.
It's really popped up really quick.
I should get my Middleton Batgirl variants covers slab.
Catman did it right. Nav did it right. Chop and Drop did it right.
And Nick have amazing slabs. Absolutely. All right. Get some people in there on this. What we really got to do is get the real schedule and see some real flexing is get Jimmy to come on Slab Hub from the safety deposit box in an undisclosed
I know.
location.
I've heard.
And show us why he is the Don. Hashtag comic book mafia, yo. All right, let's see. We got that going. I've got a lot of Chris Flexes coming up here. I love it. I'm going to give you 10 more seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Crunch. The world may never know. All right, here we go. Start collecting comments. We got 12. And magic spin. Our winner will be Nosfest Feast. Excellent. All right. Congratulations. Let's see what you get here as I make mine. Let me see. Ahead of time, I will make myself big. All right. Pull the book over here. All right, Chris. What are we doing?
All right. Since we were talking about Spider-Man and my birth month and that, and yesterday was my birthday, let's go 9 in honor of September from the front and the back.
Okay, 9th book from the front. The Hero Cage, The New Avengers, issue number 2.
Ooh. Very nice.
Looks like I'm not sure who that is getting pounded on, beat up by, but I've seen Wolverine and the Thing and Ms. Marvel and just all kinds of
pounded on here on Slab Hub.
That's right. Pound it, pound it, pound it. All right, 9 from the back, he says.
Pound.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Taking it to Pound Town. The Avengers 212.
Nice.
So we got an Avengers stuff going on. Some a little bit of old, a little bit of new. All right, Chris, what's next?
All right. Since she died in 121. That was 1973. Let's go 6 books from the front, 6 from the back.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You got some weird ways of doing this, I tell you.
I know. See how my brain works.
So we have New X-Men, issue number 139.
Okay.
All right. And 6 from the back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have Dark Reign, New Nation, number 1.
Yep. It's a great cover. Great cover.
All right, last book.
Let's go a little front to back. And I will close my eyes so I'm not trying to pick either front or back. I'm just going to say now.
Crossover number 1, signed by John J. Hill. This is the second printing, but signed down there in the bottom. Little COA on the back. Congratulations. All right.
Awesome.
So, Nosby, make sure that you hit me up if I don't already, just in case I don't have your information or I can't think to associate who is who. Hit me up on the IG. Again, everybody, look down below. You'll see the link to, if you're not following me on Instagram, please do. Why not? You get to see lots of great books. Of course, Chris, his information down below there too. Give him a follow, both on the IG and the YouTube. If you're not following me, well, on YouTube, I can't help you there. This week, Monday's mail call is going to be sweet. That's all I'm going to tell you. It's going to be sweet. There might be multiple sub 100 ASMs. There will be. Chris, what you got? Let me make you an equal partner. There we are. What you got coming up?
What you got? Tomorrow I'll be releasing 2 cool guys swap picks for this very important new comic book day that's coming up this Wednesday. A lot of big books are coming out, and Mark and I are actually butting heads on what we should actually do. And you'll find out tomorrow what our picks are. Like I said, there's going to be a lot of big books. The Death of Doctor Strange, The Last Ronin, some ASMs. Like a lot of big books are coming out. Let's see. I'm not sure if I have a mystery box for Monday. Go ahead.
No, I said I completely forgot. I didn't even forgot everything, but we'll tie it in here. You might have your mystery box Monday. You're not sure, right? But Tuesday.
I will be hopping on.
We got
hopping on with Rob again.
Yeah, so Tuesday is Sidekicks Talk Comics. We're going to have a special Sidekicks Talk Comics. We're actually going to have 4 guests with us, Slot and myself. We are going to do a fantasy hero draft, and the audience, are going to decide when our brackets, once we break up into our brackets, who the winner is of the tournament from the fantasy hero draft. So you'll want to check out Sidekicks Talk Comics this week. It's going to be very cool. It's going to be at a special time this week. It'll be at 5 p.m/8 p.m. instead of at the half-hour mark. So we're moving it half an hour earlier because it's probably going to be a longer episode and we want to be done at the same time. So that's going to be really cool. Of course, tonight I forgot Chip Getler, the banter, that'll be going on. I'll probably be there. I think we're going to try to, I don't know if we're going to try to break the 8-hour mark. We keep getting right up against that 8-hour mark. So come and go. We don't expect you to be there the whole time, but by all means, check that out. And of course, Sunday, while you're doing that, and Mark's got at weekend, I'll be over on Cranky Comic Chat with Eddie and Taylor as we bitch and complain about stupid stuff. Maybe we'll complain some more about CGC and their January 2023 turnaround ETA.
Wednesday, I'll be doing another hangout on New Comic Book Day. Basically, show us what you got, the books that you picked up that Tuesday and Wednesday for this New Comic Book week. And so, yeah, check it out. If you want to come on and show what you got, just reach out to me, Rob. God willing, that you'll be able to pop on and show us what you got. And that's I think that's about it. So yeah, Sunday, I'll be hopping on some people's stuff this week. Maybe I'll hop on Chip stuff later tonight too.
All right, guys. Thanks again, everybody, for checking out Slab Hub again next week. Kenny Caps from Caps on Comics joining us. Until next time, collect what you want. Don't listen to anybody, including myself, because I'm just a fat man with a fat stack of comics and a fat opinion. And if you have questions about comic book grading and slabs from our experience, we are both happy to answer your questions one-on-one. Just reach out to us through IG and we'll be happy to provide you what insight we have. By no stretch of imaginations do we consider ourselves experts, but we have done a number of slabs and have experience that can at least give you, if you're new to it, give you some idea on what we've learned. Thanks you all very much. It's appreciated having you guys here participating with us in the chat. And until next time. Oh, wait. There we go. Let me do it right.